Have you ever wondered why you can never remember your dreams when you wake up? Even after a night full of intense dreams, everything seems to disappear in a matter of seconds. Is this an error in our brain or a secret strategy to protect our mind? In this video, we will explore the surprising and mysterious reasons behind this phenomenon. From theories about evolutionary protection to the idea of a firewall that separates the world of dreams from reality, to the impact of dreams on our creativity and emotional well-being, you will discover that dream forgetting is much more than just it seems. Welcome to the Eye of the Soul channel. Most people do not remember dreams, and this characteristic appears to have an evolutionary origin that protects our minds from the possible negative effects of the dream world. In terms of evolution, the brain may have developed this dream amnesia as a form of defense to limit interference between dream life and conscious life. This protection prevents the mind from being flooded with memories of dreams, which are, for the most part, chaotic and devoid of realistic logic. Dreams are, in essence, products of random brain activity that occurs during sleep, especially in the REM phase, and often contain strange, impossible, or disorganized scenarios. When we wake up, if we completely remember every detail of these dreams, it could interfere with our ability to differentiate between what is real and what is imaginary. So we can consider that this amnesia is a type of filtering mechanism that helps protect the mind. Furthermore, dreams, by their very nature, tend to present fragmented themes, disconnected scenarios, and abrupt transitions, which could make the perception of reality less stable if they were remembered in full. Our mind needs a clear and stable sense of continuity and coherence to function properly, and excessive dream recall could compromise this clarity. Lack of dream memory can also be explained by the way the brain processes information during sleep. Neural activity in certain areas related to memory storage and logic drastically reduces, resulting in a state of altered consciousness, which makes it difficult to record dreams in long-term memory. This change in brain processing is essential to allow the brain to temporarily disconnect from reality, protecting emotional and mental stability. Still, even without full dream recall, many of these dream elements can remain at subconscious levels and influence emotions or even thoughts throughout the day. This indirect effect allows certain aspects of dreams to influence creativity and intuition, but without overwhelming consciousness with the entirety of the dream world. The so-called dream amnesia refers to the phenomenon of quickly forgetting our dreams upon awakening. This process is linked to specific changes that occur in the brain while we sleep. During sleep, the brain enters a state of altered consciousness in which regions such as the prefrontal cortex, responsible for logical reasoning, decision-making, and memory consolidation, become less active. This decrease in activity is one of the reasons why dreams often seem illogical, and also explains why it is so difficult to remember them when you wake up. The prefrontal cortex plays a fundamental role in conscious memory, and its inactivity during sleep prevents dream experiences from being stored as lasting memories. Thus, when we return to the waking state, our ability to access dream content is seriously limited. The result of this is that within a few minutes, a large part of what was dreamed disappears from memory, becoming inaccessible to conscious memory. This amnesia is not a brain failure, but rather a normal aspect of the sleep process, as the brain prioritizes rest and reorganization activities while we sleep. Neural activity during sleep is focused on functions essential for mental and physical health, and the consolidation of dream memories would end up diverting important resources. Furthermore, forgetting dreams helps the mind return to the waking state with a sense of continuity of identity and reality. Interestingly, some people can remember fragments of dreams, especially if they wake up during the REM phase, when dreams are more intense and vivid. However, even in these cases, dream recall is partial and is often lost as the hours pass, indicating the strength of the dream amnesia mechanism. This rapid forgetting occurs because, unlike memories created in a waking state, dreams do not have a strong connection with our routines and conscious experiences, which makes it difficult for them to remain in long-term memory. There is also a difference in dream recall between individuals, with some people having a greater ability to remember what they dreamed about. These dream rememberers often have different brain activity, with areas related to consciousness and memory more active during sleep. However, even for these people, dream recall tends to be fragmented and often incoherent. The firewall theory of reality suggests that the brain uses a mechanism to erase dreams upon waking, preventing dream content from interfering with the perception of reality. Dreams often defy the laws of physics and logic, such as flying or communicating with figures who have passed away. If we remembered these events clearly, it could be difficult to differentiate real life from the surreal experiences of dreams, which would cause mental confusion. This firewall would then be a protective barrier that helps us distinguish between the dream world and the waking world. During sleep, the brain creates an alternative reality in which common rules of waking life are distorted or ignored. Upon awakening, the brain immediately erases most of this content to prevent these surreal experiences from interfering with the logic and rationality of everyday life. This process protects mental stability, allowing us to orient ourselves clearly in the real world. This rapid blanking mechanism also prevents intense or bizarre sensations from the dream world from affecting our waking behavior. Imagine, for example, someone who dreamed of a situation of extreme danger and upon awakening remains under the strong influence of this imaginary scenario. The firewall acts as a protection against this emotional confusion, ensuring that the intense emotions of dreams are not carried into reality and do not influence our everyday lives inappropriately. Furthermore, this theory suggests that the firewall is fundamental to maintaining the continuity of personal identity. As dreams do not follow consistent patterns, they could cause a feeling of fragmentation if they were constantly remembered and revisited. Dream amnesia thus acts to preserve the unity of conscious experience, allowing the person to maintain a solid perception of who they are, without interruptions and influences from the distorted realities of dreams. Another important implication of the theory is that the brain automatically filters memories to prevent unrealistic or illogical content from entering long-term memory. This filtering prevents us from confusing dream memories with real experiences, which protects our ability to judge reality clearly. In other words, the firewall protects the mind from being distracted by memories that are illogical and have no value for survival. Dreams often contain intense emotions, such as fear, extreme happiness, or deep sadness, which could overwhelm the emotional system if they were constantly recalled upon awakening. The brain appears to have a specific mechanism, dream amnesia, that prevents the retention of these intense feelings in conscious memory, ensuring that the emotions of the dream world do not excessively affect our emotional state in everyday life. Thus, by forgetting our dreams, we avoid an emotional overload that could interfere with our psychological balance. This process of erasing dream memories is crucial to allowing the mind to start the day with a blank page. If all the emotions experienced in dreams were carried into waking life, the brain could find itself overwhelmed with feelings that have no basis in current reality and do not demand concrete actions. For example, someone who dreams of a situation of loss or danger may wake up with this intense emotional sensation, which could generate unnecessary stress. Additionally, dream amnesia protects our emotional stability by preventing dream emotions from mixing with real-life emotions. This mechanism acts as a barrier that filters what can be remembered, limiting the interference of dream emotions that could affect mood or decisions for the day. This selective forgetting ensures that our emotional perception is focused on real demands and not on feelings originating in fictitious experiences. Emotional overload is especially dangerous because dreams can evoke strong feelings without the presence of a real situation to explain or control them. In this way, without dream amnesia, we could experience emotional disorientation, feeling fear, sadness, or even anger for reasons that do not exist in the real world. Preserving an emotionally stable mind requires the brain to discard those emotions that are not grounded in objective reality. Mental health maintenance also benefits from dream amnesia because it limits the impact of trauma or disturbing dream events that occur in the dream world. Without this cleaning, These feelings could accumulate and generate an intense emotional charge that the brain would have difficulty processing. Forgetting dreams then acts as a protective mechanism, ensuring that the emotional state upon awakening is relatively neutral and adapted to the real environment. During sleep, the brain performs a kind of subconscious triage of information accumulated throughout the day, using dreams as a processing space. In this state, the brain revisits recent data, emotions, and experiences, discarding those that are not essential and consolidating only what it considers relevant. This process, called dream amnesia, is a natural mechanism that facilitates the discarding of unnecessary memories and organizes information that will be stored in long-term memory. The subconscious sorting function in dreams helps organize memory and allows the brain to keep only what is most useful and pertinent. In a typical day, a person experiences a vast amount of stimuli and interactions, but it is impractical to remember them all. During sleep, the brain has the opportunity to review these events, determining which experiences are relevant to be stored. This mechanism contributes to a more efficient mental organization. By forgetting most dreams, the mind can focus on the information that truly matters to the individual, without cluttering the memory with irrelevant details or ephemeral emotions. Studies suggest that this selective process helps strengthen long-term memory by prioritizing memories that have meaning and relevance. Dreams are thus a temporary means of processing, the complete recall of which is not necessary for optimal memory functioning. This triage system also has emotional implications. Often, the content of dreams involves feelings or symbolic situations that the brain uses to process experiences. By releasing these emotions and ideas during sleep, the brain allows a release of feelings that may not require conscious recall. In this way, subconscious sorting helps balance our emotional state without these experiences being stored or recalled as conscious memories. The fragmented nature of dreams reflects the way the brain deals with experiences during sleep, selectively and without linear coherence. This process helps organize thoughts and emotions so that when we wake up, our mind is less congested. Forgetting your dreams thus becomes an essential step to avoid mental overload with chaotic and irrelevant details. Dreams, although largely forgotten, play an important role in creativity. Fragments of dreams can inspire creative ideas and solutions, unlike a complete memory, which could be more chaotic or confusing. Studies indicate that exposure to this illogical thinking and free from dreams stimulates areas of the brain linked to problem solving, revealing possibilities beyond the reach of linear and conscious reasoning. So, by interacting with these incomplete ideas and strange images, the brain finds creative solutions to real problems. This process occurs because, during sleep, the brain explores unusual associations and makes connections between ideas that might seem absurd when awake. This disconnected functioning of linear thinking allows normally incompatible concepts to come together, creating new combinations and expanding the limits of imagination. In this way, even if the content of dreams is not consciously remembered, it creates a basis for creativity and innovation. Interrupting intense dreams during the REM phase can strengthen this creative potential, as the brain has to integrate fragments of ideas and images without getting lost in details. This dynamic reinforces the theory that selective forgetting of dreams allows the most innovative and useful ideas to remain. Thus, by remembering only bits and pieces of dreams, the mind can harness unique visual or intuitive concepts, preserving an openness for inventive solutions. Furthermore, the emotional state of dreams also contributes to creativity. Many dreams contain intense emotions that, even when forgotten, leave a subtle impression that influences mood and intuition throughout the day. This effect, while not being entirely rational, helps to motivate freer creativity, less limited by logic or self-control, stimulating artistic projects and innovative responses. Forgetting dreams also prevents the mind from getting caught up in irrelevant or complex details, allowing key ideas to distill into clearer, more applicable forms. This distillation favors creative insights, as the brain only preserves what it considers most valuable or interesting in terms of innovation and expression. Thus, forgotten dreams, as opposed to vividly remembered dreams, offer a boost to creativity by filtering out excess information. During sleep, especially in the REM phase, the brain plays an essential role in memory consolidation. This process consists of organizing and storing important information acquired throughout the day, while discarding other information that is not crucial. Dream amnesia, therefore, fits as a stage in this process of memory optimization, as the brain prioritizes significant memories, erasing dream content that does not directly contribute to learning or survival. This memory consolidation is a critical function for the brain, as it allows us to retain essential information while making room for new knowledge. Dreams, because they are often fragmented and without a consistent logic, represent experiences that do not require retention. Thus, dream amnesia allows the brain to reserve its memory capacity for real-life events, promoting selective storage that keeps only what is relevant. During sleep, the brain revisits short-term memories and decides which ones should be moved to long-term storage. Dream memories, being composed of fictitious or illusory experiences, generally do not contribute to this process and are therefore naturally discarded. This process protects the mind from overload and prevents unnecessary memories from interfering with the organization of really important memories that will be useful in waking life. Furthermore, this consolidation phase is accompanied by the partial deactivation of areas of the brain responsible for logical reasoning, which explains the fragmentation of dreams. Without the full functioning of these areas, the brain focuses on reinforcing essential memories and disconnects the logical associations of dreams. This erasure of dreams preserves mental clarity, essential for the continuity of our identity and orientation. Another relevant point is that, by consolidating memories during sleep, the brain also strengthens recently acquired skills and knowledge. This process involves the mental repetition of activities and information that have been practiced or learned, as a type of mental rehearsal. Dream memories, however, do not bring lasting value to these skills and are set aside so that the brain can consolidate more useful memories. The theory of parallel universes suggests that dreams could be glimpses of alternative realities, where the brain accesses experiences and scenarios from other dimensions while we sleep. According to this view, dream amnesia, that is, the rapid forgetting of dreams, could be an essential mechanism to prevent these memories of other realities from interfering with our perception of the reality we know. Dream amnesia, therefore, would protect the mind from possible confusion by erasing these memories when we wake up. According to this hypothesis, dreams would not just be reflections of our experiences and thoughts, but windows to events and realities that coexist with ours. These other realities could have different physical and social laws, which would explain the strangeness or impossibility of many of the dream events we experience. Thus, upon waking up, the brain performs a type of discarding to prevent these memories from conflicting with the experiences and norms of our daily reality. The theory also suggests that if we remembered dreams completely, we might begin to question the stability and continuity of our own reality. This questioning could harm our ability to discern what is real from what is imaginary, generating a state of mental confusion. To avoid this disorientation, dream amnesia acts as a protective barrier, maintaining the clarity of our identity and objective reality. Another point raised by the theory is that the memory of parallel realities experienced in dreams could provoke feelings of displacement, that is, a feeling of not belonging to the world in which we live. If we frequently dreamed of alternative realities and remembered them upon awakening, everyday life could become unsatisfactory or incoherent. The brain then protects itself by forgetting these experiences and keeping our mind focused on our own universe. There is also the possibility that some people, when experiencing déjà vu or unexplained sensations, are accessing fragments of dreams that captured aspects of parallel realities. These momentary lapses of memory could be residues of these alternative realities, which were stored unconsciously. However, by forgetting most of our dreams, we are able to keep our minds clearer and freer for the experiences and sensations of our own dimension. Dream amnesia, that is, the rapid forgetting of dream content upon awakening, may offer a significant evolutionary advantage. This mechanism would have allowed our ancestors to maintain focus on the real needs and dangers of the environment instead of being distracted by memories of the dream world. Thus, the ability to forget dreams would help preserve attention and mental energy for survival in the physical world. Throughout evolution, humans have faced risks that required a clear and accurate perception of the surrounding environment. Any confusion between what was real and what was part of dreams could have fatal consequences, especially in a context where mindfulness was essential to avoid predators and find food. In this way, dream amnesia helped to create a clear line between waking experience and sleeping fantasies, avoiding distraction by memories that have no practical value for survival. This separation between the dream world and reality also helped ensure that the brain used its storage and processing capacity for truly relevant events. Even when dreams contained threatening or intense elements, forgetting these experiences allowed the mind to maintain focus on the dangers and opportunities in the real environment. Threatening dreams, for example, may have helped ancestors simulate dangerous situations, but remembering them in detail upon waking would be an unnecessary distraction for survival. Furthermore, forgetting dreams contributes to emotional stability, another important factor for evolutionary adaptation. Waking up with vivid memories of dream experiences could generate fear, anxiety, or other feelings that would affect the ability to act rationally and make decisions objectively. By erasing these memories, the brain preserves emotional balance, promoting a more efficient adaptation to the environment and greater readiness for real interactions. Interestingly, real threats, such as encounters with predators, tend to be remembered more in intense dreams, as these memories may have adaptive value. In waking situations, threatening experiences are prioritized by memory to ensure that the person can respond appropriately to similar events in the future. This indicates that although most dreams are forgotten, the brain preserves those that represent useful preparation for real life, thus offering a selective evolutionary advantage. Forgetting dreams upon awakening contributes to an important recalibration of consciousness, allowing the mind to return to a state of clear focus and identity throughout the day. During sleep, the brain moves through different states of consciousness, especially in the REM phase, in which dreams occur with greater intensity. These distinct states, however, need to be temporary so that the perception of who we are and reality remains stable in waking life. Dream amnesia, or the rapid forgetting of dreams, helps preserve the stability of personal identity and the continuity of our perception of reality. Upon waking, the brain automatically reset fragmented associations and impressions from the dream world, ensuring that thoughts and feelings align with the waking context. This process is essential for the mind to avoid confusion or mixtures between what is real and what was just a temporary experience in the dream world. Furthermore, the act of forgetting dreams allows the mind to return to a state of emotional clarity. During sleep, emotions are processed and often intensified in dreams, and this dismissal prevents these emotions from remaining influencing behavior or mental state during the day. This emotional reset, provided by dream amnesia, promotes a balance that helps to deal with everyday challenges in a more objective way. This recalibration mechanism also ensures that consciousness remains focused on the experiences and decisions that really matter in waking life. Remembering dreams in detail could take up the mental space necessary for decisions and daily tasks, interfering with attention and focus. Dream amnesia thus allows the brain to eliminate unnecessary data and reserve its capacity for memories and practical skills that have direct relevance to the present. Another interesting aspect is that, when waking up with a clear consciousness from dreams, the brain maintains a clearer perception of time and space, two dimensions that tend to be distorted in dreams. Forgetting dreams ensures that the mind returns to wakefulness with a precise sensation of the continuity of time, essential for the notion of routine and for the mental organization of activities. The theories discussed show that dream amnesia fulfills several adaptive functions. From a possible evolutionary advantage that allowed our ancestors to distinguish between real and imagined threats, to a subconscious sorting mechanism that organizes and discards unnecessary memories, dream forgetting makes it easier to optimize mental functioning. Furthermore, the firewall theory of reality and the idea of recalibration of consciousness show how this forgetting contributes to the integrity of identity and perception of reality. preventing the distortions and fantasies of dreams from clouding our understanding of the real world. By promoting emotional balance and preventing an overload of intense feelings that could originate in the dream world, dream amnesia also protects emotional stability. This daily emotional reset prepares the individual to face the demands of everyday life with serenity and focus, without distractions or unnecessary emotional interference. The creative aspect of dreams, although often forgotten, leaves subtle marks that enrich the mind with fragments of ideas and inspirations, demonstrating that the partial forgetting of dreams preserves only what can be useful and innovative. Therefore, the memory consolidation process highlights the importance of retaining only the essentials, avoiding an overload of information with no practical value. This mechanism ensures that long-term memory prioritizes learning and real experiences, ensuring that the brain is always ready for new learning and challenges.